Alright, bro, look. Trash talking. We love it. It's an integral part of life. You're playing video games, you trash talk. You're playing sports, you trash talk. Whatever you're doing, you're gonna trash talk when there's some competition. You gotta put your money where your mouth is and back up your trash talking. Today, we're gonna be looking at what happens when you don't put your money where your mouth is and get the coins knocked out of you for running your mouth too much. We're gonna be looking at some instances where trash talking went wrong and some characters messed around and found out. Now, before I get into it, I gotta give a shout out to my patrons. They got access to this audio early, like as soon as I was done with it. If you would like to get access to the audio or get your videos early, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Without further ado, let's get into it. First failed trash talking we're gonna get into is from the Boondocks. Now, I know some of you in the comments are gonna be like, but JP, the Boondocks isn't an anime, you can't do— I can do whatever the I want, it's my video. Now, I'm going to assume that majority of you viewers know what a nigga moment is. And if you don't, pay attention. A nigga moment is a violent altercation caused by ignorance overwhelming the logic of an otherwise rational man. Well, said man that we're gonna be talking about is everything but logical, and it's none other than Stink Meaner. Now, Stink Meaner went to hell and somehow got a pass to go back into the living world to spread his ignorance, and he ends up inhabiting the body of Tom, a rather logical and calm lawyer. Now, Tom was about to get into a parking spot, but somebody quickly pulls in and takes it from him. Tom is in distress, and this is when a nigga is at his weakest. Tom gets out his car to confront this nigga, but dude gets in his face and starts screaming, bro. Like, this man was screaming every curse word in the book, right in this man's face, spit and all. Hence, shit talking. Now, what you have to understand is Tom is a pussy. He's not about that life. He's not gonna step up to this aggressive black man who just challenged him. But Stink Meaner, on the other hand, he's all about the ignorance. He takes over and is like, what did you say, nigga? And as dude turns around and started towards Tom to, throw some hands, Stink Meaner kicks this nigga in his chest, WWE style. And look at this nigga's face, bro. He is flabbergasted. Like, he was not expecting this. Stink Meaner is gloating. He's like, oh yeah, look at you. You was popping all that good shit a second ago, then you got kicked in your chest. You eat a dick, nigga. You eat a dick. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the topic of today's video. When somebody's talking shit and can't back it up. Moving on, we're gonna be looking at a moment from One Piece. And this was pre-time skip Luffy, by the way. Bellamy was talking mad shit. Him and his whole crew pulled up to the bar that Luffy was at. And this nigga starts getting disrespectful right off the bat, bro. He starts talking shit about Luffy's dream, tells him the One Piece isn't real, and clowns him for not fighting back. This man had the whole bar laughing at Luffy, bro. He even spit his drink in his face, and Luffy did nothing. So when they finally get into a fight outside the bar, Luffy had only one thing to prove. Bellamy is on the roof and he's just going off on Luffy, bro. He's just talking shit. And he starts using his devil fruit to bounce around all the buildings to get faster. And while he's bouncing around, he's still talking shit, bro. Don't get me wrong, he is still going off. And the more he talks, the angrier Luffy gets. And finally, Luffy's like, you asked if I know how to throw a punch, right? And Bellamy finally goes for one final attack. And with a single punch, Luffy puts this man through the fucking dirt. I mean, it was a wooden floor, but he got put through the dirt. One punch, and it rung out through the entire island. This man left a fist print on his cheek, bro. All that talking shit to just get one-shotted. Talk about going outside, bruh. Bellamy truly deserved that punch he got. And yeah, that's why you do not trash talk the main character. Moving on, we're gonna be looking at how Perfect Cell humbled Vegeta. Vegeta went against Semi-Perfect Cell knowing that he was stronger. And he was literally just bullying Cell that whole fight, but there was nothing Cell could do. But thanks to Vegeta being a prideful head ass, he couldn't just finish the fucking job. He let Cell reach his perfect form and was still talking shit. Vegeta was just running his mouth and talking shit to Cell. He's like, bro, Cell, not gonna lie, bro, this ain't it, bro. I thought your perfect form was gonna do something to me, but this ain't doing it, brody. And Cell is just standing there not giving two fucks about what Vegeta's saying. He's just examining his perfect body. Now, not gonna lie, Cell was also talking shit. Cell's like, damn, buddy, that's tough. If you wanna go home, be my guest, but I thought you would actually stay and get your ass beat for once. Oh wait, unless you count Frieza, Android 18. Damn, buddy, you got your ass beat real bad. Now, mind you, because Vegeta knew he was stronger than Semi-Perfect Cell, he didn't think that Perfect Cell was gonna be that much stronger. But oh boy, would he be wrong. They start squabbling and Vegeta goes on the attack, and Cell ends up blocking every hit. And even after that, Vegeta was still talking shit. Vegeta goes to throw everything he has at Cell. And bro, the nigga was taking no damage. So Vegeta continues on the attack. And Cell is not even fighting back, bro. He's just blocking every hit. Vegeta just assumes that Cell is weak because he's not fighting back. But damn, as the fight goes on, Vegeta starts getting more desperate. Cell, on the other hand, is just toying around with this nigga like, bro, you're just a warm-up. After beating the shit out of Vegeta, Cell pulls a final combo on him.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
And yeah, this is what happens when you don't finish the fight when you need to. Like bro, if you had just killed Cell when he was in his semi-perfect form and you were stronger than him, you wouldn't have ended up in this situation, Vegeta. But instead, you wanted to sit there and trash talk and run your fucking mouth. Now look at you. You're on the floor, facing the dirt, knocked the fuck out. The next trash talking we're gonna get into is Alukard bullying Luke Valentine. These brothers walked into the manor and started wreaking havoc. They was taking bodies left and right, all the guards dead. And so they thought they were the shit. The first brother met with the badass butler and he got his ass cooked. And the second brother finally made it to the basement and got to Alukard. First things first, Alukard is just sitting there waiting for him. Now, anybody who has a working brain would assume that if you walk into a nigga's crib and they're just sitting there waiting for you, prepared for the smoke that you bring, you shouldn't continue on with your plans. But this nigga Luke didn't pick up on the hints. Mance pulled up talking shit, saying he's the vampire who's going to put Alukard in the grave. Alucard's like, oh wow, you're pretty fast. And Luke hyping himself up is like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I'm not like those other vampires you fought before, bro. I'm different. They shoot at each other and both of them survive, of course. Alucard is shooting at this man and he's just dodging. He's fast. And here he go talking himself up. I've never seen anybody glaze themselves the way this nigga has. I mean, he's going off, saying that he got more abilities than even Alucard. But Alucard, on the other hand, is just happy to hear this and gets up after being shot in the head. Luke is flabbergasted because he didn't think anybody could be this immortal. So Alucard starts lifting his restriction. And this nigga summons his fucking army of dogs. And this nigga Luke starts getting scared like, hey, yo, bro, what are you doing? Like, bro, this man is terrified as he's looking at Alucard. So this nigga starts skedaddling away because he was not ready for this smoke. But Alucard's like, oh, nah, nigga, you're not going anywhere. And shoots off his leg. This nigga's confused at what Alucard is and he's just asking. And Alucard's like, hey, bro, quit being a bitch, bro. All I did was chop off your leg. And he starts taunting this nigga. He's like, go ahead, summon your demon. Transform your body. Or why don't you heal your legs? Like, bro, get your ass up and do something. And Alucard's just repeating, come on. And this nigga's just scared as shit. So he starts calling Alucard a monster. And Alucard finally realizes, man, this nigga's just like the rest of them. And in his desperation, he just starts unloading bullets into Alucard. But it really does nothing and Alucard just devoured him. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why you watch your fucking mouth. And be wary that if you go into somebody's crib with smoke and they're prepared, run. The next one we're gonna be talking about is Mao from The Devil is a Part-Timer teaching Lucifer a little lesson. So before this, Lucifer just caused a whole lot of mayhem, killings, a bunch of disasters so he could get a bunch of power. Because the devils can get magic from negative emotion. Lucifer pulls up and is talking mad shit. This man is drunk off pure power. He's bullying the devil himself. And oh boy, does he feel good. He destroys a bridge in a very crowded area, which unfortunately for him, also gave Mao more power. After they finish squabbling, Mao, who was holding up the bridge, puts it down, flies up to Lucifer, and he's like, all right, buddy, you've been talking shit this entire time, running your mouth and causing a bunch of destruction. Let's see if you're prepared for the punishment. This man cocks his fist back, and oh my goodness, bro, this man is about to rearrange Lucifer's jaw. What the hell? He punches this man, and you can see the explosion from space. Even though Lucifer didn't die, he's gonna feel that shit for a couple of days. After all that shit talking and toying around with Mao that he's done, Lucifer really couldn't put his money where his mouth was. And the result was his facial structure got rearranged. Now the last one we're gonna get into is fairly recent, from Solo Leveling. I remember reading this in the manhwa and it was the greatest shit ever. And now it's finally animated. So let's get into this. Jin Wu put the pause on Kang. Now I know Jin Wu has made a bunch of people eat their words, but this was one of the most exciting ones for me. After King had killed all the other prisoners, he was gonna get rid of Jin Wu and his whole squad. This nigga's telling Jin Wu how much he enjoys killing people more than beasts. Like, bro, this man is literally deranged. And he thought he was the shit because he's a B-rank hunter. He's done this before. So he starts squabbling with Jin Wu. And this nigga has the biggest smirk on his face because he know he's strong. He's thinking his experience will make the difference. And there's no way Jin Wu could ever win this. Once he starts using his stealth skill, he thinks he had it all in the bag, bro. Now he's talking shit now. He's saying that no one who's ever seen him use this skill has lived to tell about it. But unfortunately, that statement didn't last very long and aged like milk. Because Jin Wu uses a full recover. And this is when the real fight starts. Jin Wu actually starts tracking him while he uses stealth, which should not be possible. And in the blink of an eye, this nigga got.
I fell down to my knees when the law came.
The poison that Jin Wu got him with earlier is finally taking its full effect. And yeah, so much for nobody living to tell the tale about your ability. Cause Jin Wu took that ability for himself. So yeah, as usual, be careful who you run your mouth to. You could end up like the characters in this video. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.